Hello everyone, I am Yan, your favorite friendly Frenchman, and welcome to the stream of the Wednesday, the 26th of August, the second to last stream of August for this year at the very least. How is everybody doing? Very glad to be back on stream and back on the game, because I've got to be honest with you guys, I haven't played all that much in the past few days. I wouldn't say that I'm in a creative drought. I really have good ideas, and I really want to continue playing the game. It's just that I lack a lot of energy, because I've been hanging out with a lot of my buddies for the past few days, and it's been quite taxing. I went to sleep at 3 a.m. yesterday, just to give you an idea of well, for me as an old 26-year-old. That is definitely quite the feat. Let's call it that. Anyway, let me greet you all as always. Hello 10 Pilots, hello Coaster Chicken, hello Sebastian, hello Fahrenheit, hello Haidar, hello Stu, and hello Hendrik. Hello everyone. Nice to have you all on this nice Wednesday evening. Currently trying to recover from my creative drought. Creative drought? You would call it a creative drought? Also, just before I do anything, I've tried to do a different mix when it comes to the streams. So let me know if this is if you're hearing the music a little better, and that my voice is all right. You should be able to hear the music a little better. I've just basically noticed for the past few streams that I could boost my voice, but then I was like, wait, some people are like, the music, we can't really hear it. So I was like, maybe it'd be a good idea to actually have the music and the game sound be boosted as well, so that you guys can hear it a little bit better. So let me know if that's any better, or if or if it doesn't make any difference. I'm looking forward to feedback on that. If the music, at the very least, is basically, are you able to listen to the music a little better than the past streams, essentially? That is my question for earlier in the stream, while the actual park file is loading. Hey Blue Jay, welcome to the stream. Sounds good? Okay, great. Hi Tony, welcome to the stream. Hey Roger, welcome to the stream as well. Nice to see you all. Don't worry, the game sound is going to be completely paused at the moment. Well, while I'm working, so we'll be fine. Although the game is getting a little jittery. Usually, it's because of this central point of the map where smoke and all of that is occurring. And to be fair, it's gonna get more and more jittery as the music a little bit too loud. I can do something about that. I can definitely do something about that. There. Let's have it all the way down at 17.5. Maybe even 16. Let's try that. That any better? I don't know. We're trying stuff out. Definitely trying stuff out. Anyway, so as I said, the park will definitely get more jitter. Well, the streams at the very least. I don't know if you really can notice it while on stream, possibly because the what's it called? Ah, damn it! I lost my train of thought. What was I even talking about? Oh, oh my goodness, no. I'm definitely getting older and losing my mind. What was I talking about? The game getting more jittery, I think. Yeah, it's gonna get worse and worse, obviously. But I'm not sure that. Oh yeah, there we go. That with the frame gen, you guys are able to notice it as much. Like I think it might be all right. We have a palm tree going inside this facade right here. That's not great, but that's fine. You won't be able to see it from the other side. You can only see it from this one. Yeah, I saw your build and I was stunned at how amazing it is. Which one are you talking about? Thank you, but which one? There are a lot of builds that I do. Sorry, I haven't been in your recent streams, though. I've not been as interested in Blanco lately. Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes it comes and goes. It comes and goes. Hey, Kiara. Hey, Zeal. Welcome to the stream, guys. Alright, so... as I said, opening the stream with that, basically I have not doing all that much work, mostly have been enjoying the past few days with my friends and mostly been working on this during the morning, so I haven't done a lot of work since our little house right here. I have done some tweaks here and there, mostly a little callback to Calle de Rolando, I think it is, in Europa Park. But I wanted to do another shout out to my my late grandfather, whose name was Richard, who you can also see all the way, if the game will allow me. There we go, thank you. All the way over here in that particular car, Richard, right here. And of course, Ricardo is Richard in Spanish. Nice to start. Thank you so much. Haven't been following Belleflore since the wooden coaster episode. Jeez Louise. It's been a while then. You have a lot to catch up on, especially because there's a lot of storytelling that you can't necessarily see if you tour the park. I really recommend every time an episode comes out that you basically go in the park and then launch the video on the side so that you have a narrative on top of your experience of touring the park, essentially. But yeah, the park's getting big. The park is a chunky boy. It's a chunky boy, and as you can see, we pretty much have like 30% left to do, which is not a lot considering we have done all of this in the past year and what, 2-3 months. So yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. And what I've been doing for the past few days is, so of course it's blocked out with basic shapes to make it more aesthetically pleasing, instead of, you know, just having the wasteland behind it. I think it's a little bit better. But yeah, essentially this will be our Mexican specialty restaurants. Most likely a QSR. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a QSR or a self-service restaurant. I'm leaning more towards a QSR right now. Right, so what we will definitely do in this stream is the terrace, the outside seating that is going to be right here. Sorry, it smells weird. It smells weird in my room. I swear I haven't farted. But also perhaps the facade that goes along with that. We will see. But first, what I definitely want to do is to, if it'll allow me, thank you. Is to hold on. I'm just going to check something real quick because that smell is a little bit weird. Don't worry, nothing like burnt or anything. It's just that I have to check on something. I'll be back. There we go. Sorry about that. It was literally nothing. My brain was literally just playing tricks on myself. Anyway, what I really want to do before we do anything around the terrace is some decal work that I haven't done on this little beauty right here. Especially because you know, we have those facades that are a lot more damaged, but then you have this one that is like very pristine and all that, and so I just noticed before the stream that it wasn't really as well, it didn't fit well compared to the other one, essentially. And it's gonna be a little tricky because we have those patterns all around that particular build, so it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but I think we'll manage quite fine. Let's see. Perhaps this one can go over here. Yes, that looks good, I think. Yep. Hey Osna, welcome to the stream. Why did you speak like Yoda, though? Evening good you may have, I wish. What will this ride be? This will not be a ride. This is a restaurant. The ride is right here. It's a teacups themed to flamenco dresses and dancing in general. That's why it's called Bailando. And yeah, it's themed to a dance school, essentially. Will the village also be damaged by earthquakes? Yes, this is one singular location, and in fact, this is why we have so much damage on the homes. I don't usually like to do a lot of damaging on my builds. You can especially see that right here, that is pretty much like pristine 1960s, sorry, let me remove that, Americana town, despite this, but this is not like themed, right? Themed in. This is more like over the years since 2016. Some water has caused a lot of damage around here on this gutter here. So yeah, it might be why those are here. But otherwise, it's pretty much pristine. It doesn't have any cracks or anything. It's like very mid-century nice, essentially. Whereas this is much more damaged, but because in the story it's more damaged. And my hope by doing this is that as someone touring the area, you'll definitely pick up on the fact that the buildings are more ruined than the regular buildings of the park. Just notice that this is slightly too colorful. Something like that is a little bit better, more subtle at the very least. There we go. Yeah, definitely better. Far better. Hey miss, welcome to the stream. Hey Loey, welcome to the stream as well. Sorry I missed you. Finally went to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. That's cool. I really wish I could go back to the United States someday. Maybe someday. When the channel is like, I don't know, 30k or something. I don't know. When I make a lot of money. When I make decent money with the channel, this is something that I will be able to start considering. When I have my own place and all that, I think we'll be able to consider this. Sorry, I gotta take a sip of water here. Just gotta make make sure that those are not floating, which they are not. A little scratch perhaps right here next to the menu. Really like what you did with the vertical small town frames. Oh yeah, those, yeah, definitely. There's a bunch of small town stuff in there, if I'm not mistaken. Like those pillars, like not those are fairy tales on the tippity top of the pillars, but those are definitely small town. Those are small town as well, and of course those little spires with the tippity top circular wavy pattern is definitely where I took a lot of small town, then a lot of plaster. This is fairy tale as well. This is small town, and then the icing from the festive pack. Jesus! 1999! Are you mad? That is kinda crazy, Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit still leading the charge when it comes to donos. You are absolutely crazy, sir. Times 6 donos since I started this area is kinda crazy. Definitely crazy, but thank you so much, Fahrenheit, once again. You've definitely been the most generous of this whole area. Hey Cold Sore, welcome to the stream, man. Nice to see you. Looking good, thank you. Thank you so much. And a long one might be good with those trains, actually. Something that's a little hard though is that I don't really know what the edge of the other building will be, so I guess I'll have to just do one right here. And right here there could be one of these, I think. It's not the one that I... Yeah, it's not the one that I put right above. So that's good. If it wants to play ball. Why is it not playing ball? Why is it... What? What? What the hell? Hold on. But yeah, someday I'll definitely be back in the United States. It's more a matter of when than a matter of will I be. I've barely scratched the surface. I've been to the United States a few times. I was lucky as a teenager to go there quite often. Well, quite often. Not that often, I would say, but I've been 1, 2, 3, 4 times plus 1 during my childhood. So that's 5 times total, I think, in the United States. Which, for European of, like, my stature, I would say, which is, like, pretty humble, I want to say, is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Like, I've definitely would say that I am lucky to have been there, and especially to have done the Florida parks. Not to their best extent. I would definitely do those differently if I were to go back. But yeah, I definitely like the place, and since like so many things have opened since I last went, I didn't even get to go on Rise of the Resistance because at the time they still did those virtual queue BS that I hated. So yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great that system, but yeah. Now that we're able to get a standby queue, to get into the standby queue, I mean, I think I would enjoy it much more. So we'll see. Hey Barbarino, hey Stein, welcome to the stream, guys. Would love to return to the US as well at some point. So much more I want to discover. We'll definitely do that together then, Hendrik. Maybe we'll have to get to convince Broccoli and this blows to go with us. That'd be nice. It's really funny because we're really starting to be like a theme park trip squad, which I love. It's really been great, even though I cannot accompany you guys for the Germany trip. I would have loved to come, but unfortunately, it's when I go to see my dad in Spain. So I'll be riding the tallest and fastest of Europe. So that's at least that, I guess. That's a consolation prize, even though it's at Portaventura, which is like not the greatest park. But yeah, I definitely think that this is not the last trip that you guys do together, and we'll definitely have more opportunities to do more together, Hendrik. That is for sure. All right, seems decent. Like I don't want to ruin it too much, unlike the other ones with the little faded things that we have going on, courtesy of Dave, who hopped into the last stream and it really helped with all that, because that's what he did with one of the parts of his projects, I should say. And yeah, I'm really happy. Maybe one right here would be nice. I don't have anything on the little bell thing. Maybe some sort of fissure, crack, more like fissure. Do you guys say fissure? No, probably not. Sounds French. Or at least I think it exists in English, but it doesn't mean that, I don't think. There we go. Oh my goodness, Mr. Domez is speaking Deutsch. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Domez. Nice to see you. And Dave as well. Oh my goodness, we're summoning Dave. Oh my goodness. And Brian as well. You're gonna do a vlog from Portaventura? I wish I could, but unfortunately, I would like to film there, but unfortunately they've said no. So if I'm not able to film on ride, that is, I don't see the point in making vlogs. I feel like it's a little bit boring. But I'll definitely be sharing stories on my Instagram, so go follow me on Instagram if you don't already. It's definitely where we'll, well, I say will, I'll share things from that part of the trip, which will only be like 2 days. Initially, I'm going there to visit my dad rather than, you know, just going to Portaventura. That's my main reason to go to Spain. Yeah, fissure is also used in English, but I don't think it is used for that particular purpose. But do correct me if I'm wrong. Did you watch Das Boot? Or The Boat? I have no idea what that is. No. What is it? What is it? More parks if I actually enjoy coasters and don't get sick. That is true, that is true. You're still a rookie. We'll have to remember that. But in my opinion, if you're able to survive mosh pits and all that, I think you'll be fine in coasters. Hell, you might enjoy really rough stuff like SLCs and all that, like this blows and I do. I definitely love for well, to be fair, I haven't ridden it since 2015, so it's been 11 years since I've last been to PortAventura in general, really. And but I do remember loving Furious Bacco for sure. Also Stampeda, which I find weird because everyone is saying that it is one of the worst woodies out there. So I'll give it a good old try, but yeah, I'm not. I'm definitely not sure about whether I'll enjoy it or not. And so this angle is definitely something that I want. Although I might re-angle it. Actually, I don't know. It might be a good angle. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Because I definitely want a water feature like right here, like dead center of a major plaza. Here we'll have like a view on the restaurant. Which, I mean, I was about to say that this is like a weenie, but not so much. I feel like the thing that will attract you to the restaurant will mostly be the terrace right here. Then you'll have the archway that will bring you towards the hotel, which will be right here. And the queue for Ofranda will start here, then you'll go up some stairs, go above the archway passageway thing, go back down right here, and then go inside the church, which is going to be our station, which I'm really excited to do. I have like, I've been holding on for that idea for like the longest time, which is mostly true with all of the projects in this park, as you guys know. I'm starting to think that I should have done like 7.5 instead of 5 degrees. Shall we try it? I feel like I should, yes. I should try it. But just like, I should probably delete it just in case I need to go back to the 5. Hey Petro John, welcome to stream. It's a German movie, also available in English. Nah, I've never watched it, no. Might be a little better. 2, 3, is that it? 2, 3, yes, perfect. And then to go a little bit faster, I'll just copy it. Aha. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. No, it's definitely tighter, isn't it? Actually, it's not that bad. I thought it was going to be worse, but no, it's pretty fine. Also, I guess I should have said, but the what's it called? The restaurant is going to be themed to a market, which will be really exciting. We'll have like an indoor market vibe, which I'm really looking forward to. Oh my goodness, no way. 967. The memes. This blows, thank you so much. You've convinced me. Murica Wen indeed. Definitely after Belleflore, that's for sure. and then allow me to settle away from my mom's home, and then we'll talk again about America. And hopefully we'll be able to do a few smaller trips before we get there. Oh my goodness. It's so painful because it just barely... No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I feel like the 5 could work. Let's see. Let's see. Let's make sure that it does. We're here to try things out. Oh my goodness. I have to add one more for this blows, which is now at ×4, maintaining the 3rd place. Bum, bum. What I definitely want to do, trip-wise, will be in 2028. I would love to do something around France. Mostly because Parc Astérix will debut their multi-dimensional coaster, which will, I'm sure, be fantastic. They're well underway, and they'll have a new hotel that we could try, which is the theme to the comic book The Odyssey, which is not like The Odyssey. It's more the Odyssey of Asterix, essentially. Might not work after all. But yeah, it looks very beautiful, very tropical, and very, dare I say, Arabian. There will also be the new Euromir, that is true, if it doesn't get delayed like Voltron did. So, toes crossed on this. Yeah, we'll do this and just extend those ever so slightly. Always fascinating seeing different folks' process on planning. Yeah, and that's like only the tip of the iceberg that I show on stream, because something that you guys have never ever seen are my notes. I have like very extensive notes on, well, basically it's where I write down ideas and save inspiration that I see around when I don't know, play games, watch films, sometimes even things that people share in the Discord, which is where I took inspiration from Dave, for example. So yeah, it's basically my Bible for the parks. Not just the parks, actually, but all the projects that I do have that. Apparently, baguette is not appreciated there. No, of course not. I would not advise you on saying that for sure. And yes, I took the accent, because of course I have to. Sometimes I'm wondering how different the channel's reception would have been if I had a French accent. Because right now I'm really hiding behind a mix between an American accent and apparently a Dutch accent, from what people have told me. Yeah, that's a nice planter. That's great. I like that. Let's do this. I'm on 5, aren't I? No, I'm still on 2.5. Okay, cool. Cool. You're currently banned from France. I doubt you are. Don't worry, I'll ask the new president next year to unban you, to pardon you. Should have used croissant instead, yes. Would you have a favorite friendly Frenchman accent? Yes, it's true. Dare I say that I'm an accent chameleon? Chameleon? No, how do you say that? Chameleon, there you go. I've literally never said that word out loud in English before. Of course I've said it in French, which is caméléon, but yeah, in English it's chameleon. Wow. Chameleon. Still struggling, even though I said it right the second time. I was about to say the first one, but that's not true whatsoever. Or Benelux at least. Not too hard to narrow it down. Yeah, true. Very true. I live pretty close to Belgium as well, so that might be why. Alright. I don't think we should do the foliage just yet. I feel like we need the look of the facade before we decide on anything regarding the foliage. But I just wanted to reserve that space to make sure I don't screw up, essentially. Just know that I want this outside space to be quite big. But also let's remember that I need to have the entrance to the queue line. Maybe around here somewhere-ish. Hey OJ, welcome to the stream. At least it's not my accent. Hey, at least you're like wearing your French accent, well, wearing, you know, metaphorically, of course, your French accent proudly. It's the stupidest thing ever, because my accent came from the fact that I was so ashamed of being French when I was a kid. I tried my darnest to learn the American accent, sorry about that, because my dad wanted to move to America, and I wanted to follow him. So that's why I was so hell-bent on learning English and changing my accent, and now it, you know, just stuck, essentially. Anyway, let's look at what I've saved. Well, you guys can't see it, but I want to have a quick look to decide on what to do here. Hey Amaury. Sorry, I want to keep this stream in English, but I do come from France, and I come from the north of France. I won't say which city, obviously. I don't want to dox myself, but I do come from France. I am indeed a Frenchman. Hey Adam, welcome to the stream, and Amaury as well, of course. Oh no, I went all the way down to Kukulkan. I don't need those. Maybe I have more. Yes, I have more around here. To say the new scaling changes the way I build so much. Yeah, me too. Me too. I can't... Well, I think those, for example, those were like 50 before. Now I can go to 40. That might be 25. No, that's 50. Okay. Okay. Those are definitely like lower than 50 though. Yeah, 35. Which one's 26, as you can see. And it's really, really great for that forced perspective thing that we've got going on. Even though when you have like guests around, you can definitely tell that it's forced perspective, but I feel like it works. It definitely works. You can't really change your accent unless you're really dedicated to do it. Exactly. But it is too much work unless you're an actor or something. I guess I am an actor then. I guess it was an acting job to change my accent back in the day. And now I feel like I've done way too much work to like disguise it, and so now I just don't want to change it. And to be fair, I like the fact I have a great story about the accent actually. When I first went to meet Corvus in the UK, and we did the first UK trip together, we only did Fort Park and Alton Towers during 3 days, I think it was, which was great. I loved it. 4 days actually. No, 3 days. 3 days. It was definitely 3 days. We went to the restaurant. I think it's Secret Garden at the Alton Towers Hotel. And the waiter thought that I was American, and that was like the biggest compliment you could have ever done to me. So yeah, it's it was a nice ego pleaser for me, for sure. So I'm seeing something a little more flat here. I don't know if I like the flat. We can definitely work with you know, things like that or this, for example. But I think I want to attempt something a little flatter. It probably stops here-ish. I don't know. Let's try to. Oh yeah, of course I'm on 2.5. Let's try to make it work. So, of course we need another color. Let's well, the inspiration I'm taking is pretty much yellow, like very orangey yellow, like a pale one, something like, yeah, that, exactly that, I think. Not exactly, but pretty close. Seeing those facades really makes me want to rework the facades in my water park. You know what I'll say? And this is something that I've said already with Kumtaso Park last year. Sorry, I'm about to burp. There we go. Is that one shouldn't really want to change things if a project is done. I feel like our projects in Planet Coaster, or really any sort of artistic artistic endeavor should be looked at as time capsules for your life and where you were at that time, what your skills were at that time, and I feel like it would be better if you like reserved those ideas for something later down the line, like perhaps write them down in note like I do, or you know, do things like that essentially. Nah, that's the piece that I'm looking for. Fortunately, this one is on the grid, so it's a little bit tricky to make it work. But we definitely will. How about this? Is that too low for a window? Yes, it is. It definitely is. So we'll put it here. Hey, Lightapole, welcome to the stream. I believe my English American is pretty good. It is 35 C2 Cambridge. Nice. But still, everyone knows my accent is German Swiss, which is not a bad thing with any accents. It just is. It's true. It's true. To be fair, I've said that about my experience with changing my accent when I was younger, but again, it was because I was younger and I had preconceived notion about, you know, French. Like, essentially, we are well, French people, I would say, we are not people who are well known for our language skills. So yeah, it's definitely why I wanted to get rid of it. I didn't want to sound French, which is ironic because years later I am branding myself as French, because of course I am. But yeah, I think it's the funniest thing ever, personally, at the very least. It's nice to see myself grow in that sense as well. Right. Oh, we have balconies with that one as well. Oh, they're nice. I like that. Okay, maybe we can use that piece to make like... maybe not, actually. Maybe not. Hold on. So I definitely want to use that piece. Let's see. For a small town, there it is. Right here. Yeah, that will work well. Let's keep that like right here for the moment, and then we'll change it accordingly. You're not French, you're American? No, I'm definitely French. I am 100% French. Why else would I do a park set in France if I wasn't French? Not to mention a park that is almost exclusively in French. Like so. No, I'm definitely French. It's not a fake streamer thing like that one streamer who had a fake fridge or whatever. Nah, I'm not one for lying. I hate lying. I'm really bad at lying. I'm really good at lying when it's to make a surprise for someone. Maybe not this, no. High-end, these buildings are looking really cool. Thank you so much, Makeshift, and welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. I mean, continuing on the accent thing. I don't think, like, no, actually, let's reverse that. Put that on its head. I think a lot of people, especially non-natives, confuse accent with fluency. You can have a really good accent and be really bad at English, and vice versa. And especially growing up alongside people who were really close to, I didn't mean to do that, to my level of English, but never really dared think of themselves in that manner. And I was like, no, you're actually like really good at English and you don't realize that. And so I was like, no, you're actually bilingual. Like, start thinking of yourself as such, because you are. And I remember it was a frequent debate that I had with most of my friends, because my inner circle is really, I don't know about fluent, but at least they can hold their own in a conversation. Oh yes, that is great positioning. Might need to change that color of the pillar, but I really like that that texture. I think it works. It's literally what I needed, essentially. I might just need to move this ever so slightly because of the pillars, though. Like right here. There are more shrimps than pillars. Oh no, I forgot one. Dang it. Dang it. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Let's spend it. No, let's not do that. I'll get copyright struck. Oh, by the way, remember that stream when I used the Hades soundtrack about a month ago? The people never responded to my my appeal, and so I won. So I'm glad. I'm glad. I really don't get why so many people are able to put copyright on things that are not supposed to have copyright on YouTube. And I feel like they're just making a quick, very dishonest buck, so to speak. Might need some edge right here, I would say. Hi Yan, hope your day is going well. Welcome to this Dark Eagle, welcome to the stream. Any hints you can give for future roller coasters in the park? Yes, of course. There is only one left after the Vekoma Boomerang, and it's going to be... I won't even give you a hint, I'll try to tell you that it is a Vekoma LSM. Eugen, of course. Eugen. This will be the newest coaster in the park, which will open in 2027 in the park's timeline. Hopefully before 2027 in our timeline. But yeah, it's gonna be a very special one because it will try to beat Toutatis at being the tallest and fastest in France. But yes, if you didn't know already, I plan my parks extensively, which is why I don't take requests. I'm really terrible at taking requests, guys. I think there will be something here to do in the future. Right now, I'll leave it as is. I do need a trim though, so let's... Those are from the studio spec. Those are Art Deco pieces. There we go. Ja, hallo! Wir are the Germans! I love doing a German accent. I think this is one of the funniest accents to do, like, period. I'm really glad that you've been enjoying the park, Dark Eagle. As you know, it's been a passion project for me since day one, and in fact, this is why I haven't stopped. Even though it's definitely not sustainable for the channel, it's just too damn fun. I love it. It's too damn fun, and it's such a nice creative endeavor for me. Not just, you know, in Planet Coaster 2, but also narratively when it comes to the videos that I do and all that. What if I request a cool dark ride? Well, there will also be one. There's one dark ride left. And 2 more flat rides. Plus a pool at right here, which will be included in the hotel, of course. Yes, so those should be scaled up right there. It was a good one. I really like the German accent because I'm a big fan of Call of Duty Zombies and I love Edward Richtofen. Such a great character. And yeah. Of course, Nolan North playing that character is fantastic as our beloved Edward. You can tell that he's having a lot of fun in that role, which I'm always appreciative of. Knock knock, who's there? That's I bet that it'll be Vive last the questions from Suits. Or I think that's was from Suits. There we go. Yeah, I can... Although, I'm slightly worried that it might dwarf that one. So maybe we'll have to be a little smarter when it comes to the forced perspective. The reason why I wanted such a building is because I can have like an angle right here. That means we'll be able to have our terrace right around here and also a little bit here, which will also link up to this. Oh, my British accent is terrible. I would not dare try it. My impression of Jonty, for example, is apparently akin to a pirate, which is not British in the slightest. By the way, speaking of accents, I realized that my videos that start with an intro where I do make an accent perform poorly. So I might stop, unfortunately. Even though I love it, it's not sustainable. I'll have to find something else for my intros, which is making me so sad, but it is what it is. We are sinking. We are sinking. Hello? This is the German Coast Guard. Was are you thinking about? I almost said thinking like a dumbass. Ooh, dumbass. I can't say dumbass. I can say ass. Never been in trouble before for saying ass. A bottle of water. I can't do it. It goes into the parody too much, which is not great. Not great at all. But I do love British accents. Oh my goodness. No, that's not great. How can I do that then? How can I do that? What if So make this, first of all, we need to put that in the right color. I am just starting on Planet Coaster 1 with some tips. It's always the funniest. Little anecdote for you guys. The only tutorial I've ever done was for the simple buildings, I think it was called. And people were like, okay, but how do I do it? And I'm like, guys, don't you actually, like, know how building works in this game? Have you, like, done the tutorials of the game? So yeah, that might be my first tip. Like, go into the game with what the game wants you to try first. And then, honestly, just have fun, but start small. Don't want to, like, doing a park right away is what will make you stop wanting to play the game. That is probably the worst thing to do as a newbie. And I say newbie not as a judgment, of course, but as a fact, you are a new person playing the game, you know. I do know Rammstein, but I do not know every song. And I unfortunately do not know Till Lindemann. Wish I did. That doesn't work. How about those instead? Why is there a blue thing? I don't know. Hi, is the silver screen pack worth it? Welcome, Builder Bobby. Welcome to the stream. Personally, and do bear in mind that I'm always getting those sent by Frontier, so, and in advance as well, so I might be a little biased because I don't have to spend actual money to get those, but from where I'm standing, I would say that it is the best pack content-wise. I feel like it's the best pack for themed builds in general. Not necessarily with the Silver Screen and Studios theme, but also with what you can do with the rides. I feel like they're the most interesting ride systems we've ever had. So yeah, there you go. Oh, inverse corner. Okay, so that... crap. So that might be the right one then. Yep. There we go. Hey, Alessible, welcome to the stream. So excited about the dynamic season in Zoo 2. I'm gonna have to be honest with you guys. I've not followed Zoo 2 in the slightest, and it's gonna be really awkward because I'm getting info in advance. So it's like, I don't know. Do I cover the game? Do I not cover the game? I feel like it would be stupid for me not to, but I definitely don't want to cover every tiny bit like my specialized colleagues do, like Leaf, for example. I see a lot of stuff from Leaf, who's been doing an amazing job covering all of that. So yeah, if you want to know more about Zoo, definitely go see my colleague. He's doing an amazing job. But yeah, it's a weird one because I really want to get involved. I am involved, to be fair. So, but I have not done anything regarding Zoo yet. Zoo 2, that is. I've done like 2 videos on Planet Zoo. And I think they were great. I think the project was fine, but I would say that it wasn't all that great. I'm able to do something so small. That's a shame. Okay, how about here? Yeah, we'll be able to see it, so maybe we'll have to... There we go. Because I am building a Harry Potter park, like I just started, but I am planning to use the flying coaster for the flying broomstick game in Harry Potter. You mean Quidditch? It's got a name, you know. But yeah. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Although I would say that using... If you don't have it yet, I assume you do if you're planning this theme. But the sorcery pack is like your base building blocks for that, I would say. But then, yeah, the studio spec definitely have some really interesting ride systems that you will be able to use for that concept, I'm sure. Namely, the robotic arm ride. Of course, the flying coaster, as you just said. And possibly the dynamic motion stage. Hell, possibly the slot car ride as well. You could use the slot car and do something along the lines of the flying car sequence. Although I guess you can't make it flying, but you know, magical cars essentially. You could do something with that. Ooh. Okay, great. Right. Quidditch is the best thing about Harry Potter. Nah, gotta disagree. Fell asleep after the Quidditch. You're a sports guy though, so that makes sense, I guess. I don't know, not really. I would say that there is so much more about Harry Potter than the Quidditch. I feel like the lore, to me, is the most interesting. And back on the Planet Coaster 2 soundtrack we are. Been a while since I listened to it. Okay, she's going to have to do something right here, but otherwise I think it'll be fine. Quidditch is rigged. Speaking of studio, I'm building a bus store, slot car dark ride right now. Oh. How's that work? Are you doing them like simultaneously? Is this like one ride? I don't know. The way you phrased it is a little weird. I'm a little confused by it. Yes, no, definitely not this. Let's... Actually... How about splitting that guy and doing this instead? Hey KLG, welcome to the stream. Remember that we are doing an English-only stream. Here, I guess. There's a slot car with the tour bus train. Oh, you're using a mod, of course. Actually, yep. And yeah, let's do this. 2 and 2. There we go. Actually, logically, maybe it'll work. No, probably not. No, it doesn't. Okay. In fact, while I'm thinking of the music, let me make sure that I get rid of the those ones, the ambient remixes of the... There we go. Because those always make me fall asleep. Anyway, I'm starting to dance on my chair, so I think it's time to do a quick bathroom break. Just do a quick save. Here we go. Alright, see you in a minute, guys. And there I am. Sorry for this little interruption, guys. Sometimes when you gotta go, you gotta go. Alright, let's continue working on this. I believe there's a corner piece for those. Let's see. Art. Whoop. Deco. Which one is it? It's that one, so I guess it's this? Do you work? I feel like you don't. Oh no. Wait, the orientation of this is completely whack, isn't it? Wait, what? What is happening? Why is that not like the way it's supposed to be? Okay, I think I had the problem with that one over there, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, we'll have to so just copy it and hope that people won't notice, I guess. Okay, let's get rid of that one. It's great. It needs depth, but it's pretty great. Building a Smiler-like coaster right now. It's my first coaster. Good luck. It's very ambitious for your first coaster. I would literally advise you to do something different, something smaller. You guys think to bed. Thanks for the stream, Yan. I think it helped me overcome my lack of motivation, creative drought. Well, I'm really happy that it has. Thank you so much for joining, and sleep well, Hendrik. Which one do I see on the reference I had? Oh, it's that one. Is it that one? No. This one. That's exactly the same one. What about that? I like that. The color is not great, but I think we can fix that. It's very yellow. There we go. Something like so, and perhaps, yeah, green. Green looks great with yellow. It's like the inverse of this building, essentially. Ah, but I see the issue. Yeah, okay. No, that one won't work. What about this one? No. That one? No, too castle-y. This. Maybe a little too big. That's not bad. Look how single door though. No, that's the one I used on the other. Oh, this is great. I like that. Let's try this one. Yeah, of course. Not to that scale. This, by the way, what is that scale? This is like 100%. This is way too big. Let's say 50. That might be too small now. Let's have our mannequin, well, not mannequin, but stone guests to measure. What is a good size for that door? 64 sounds nice. Maybe a little smaller even, 62. Yeah, 62 looks okay. Hey Juan Antonio, welcome to the stream. Hi Ann, do you plan on making a parade somewhere in the park later on? No, not this park, no. This is not a parade park. This is not a park with mascots and all that. This is a... dare I say a serious park? Nah. You get my meaning. It's not that type of park. I don't see a parade going in Belleflore. I feel like it doesn't fit. Why is it so bright? That's weird, isn't it? I feel like that... Is it me, or the color changes according to... Oh, it's probably the side. That was very trippy. I didn't like that. Stubborn OCD about scaling things to only increments of 5. If it's a weird number, or I just feel weird about it. You would be shocked to see how many things in the park are scaled to 69. I don't know why. Possibly because I'm just a child at heart. But yeah. That is something that that is a thing in the park. Do I know why? Hell no. No idea why I do it. But I do it. No, that doesn't work. I have another idea. Yeah, that'll work, I think. That is the first track that I ever used in one of my Planet Coaster 2 videos. Actual Planet Coaster 2 videos, not like pre-release stuff. Because I remember it was part of the tracks that they'd given us alongside release. And what I really like, since I think parades, is that they're giving us the tracks from the pack, which helps so much making the video stand out. Right, I think it's not that bad. I think it's got character and all. It's pretty nice. Maybe some sort of fence here would be nice as well. Do I have that in the town, small town theme? I mean, I could put those. Not sure they'd fit though. You know what? Let's give it a good old go. How's that look? Make it a little bigger. Okay. I mean, that's too far, I think. This is good, yeah. Almost choked on my own spit right here. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it gives it some charm. I like that. There we go. Right, so balconies. Balconies. How to do balconies? Should I have another piece like that? Like on the top of the door. Let's give it a try. I feel like it could fit. I really don't know about that. It could be a window, but I do not know if that would work. Oh, I could just do that, but I think if I... yeah. If I lower it to here, do my best to... okay. And this. Aha! Now that's pretty nice. Yeah. I like that. That's great. Hey, Showing That Game, welcome to the stream. Today we are doing some more facades for the restaurant of the Mexican village. Hence what we are doing right now. We're doing the facades that will accompany the terrace that will be here. And yeah, there'll probably be some seating in that little yellow building here, which I think will be nice. But you know, it's always about experimenting and being patient. All this. Oh, I've never used that fence ever. It's pretty nice. It's really nice. I like my custom fence better. You know what, though? I could use those as, you know, the frame for the window. I'll have to try that later on. Oh my goodness, I could use that as outside seating. Let's put that down just to remember. Right, balconies. Well, talking about that, I think this is a nice piece for a balcony. Let us see. Isn't there like a piece somewhere? That's not bad. That thing. Yeah. That is like perfect for a balcony. Closer to the edge, there we go. And right here. Awesome. Hey Loudleaf, welcome to the stream. Let's make sure that we've got the right color. Go. And of course, we'll scale it down. Once again, once the balcony piece will be done in itself. Cool, I'm working on my own Mexican village, although my pug's budget is about $2. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do much then with that, I guess. And now, I think it'll be the hardest part. It'll be to find either a door like this. What is this? Oh my goodness, I thought it was a, wow. That is very pretty. Jeez. I thought it was a castle door at first, that's why I went for it. But evidently it is not. Oh, that one. That looks great. Oh, those are the doors that I was looking for earlier. That particular one was the exact one I was looking for. That one would have been great as well, but I kind of like my my custom one a little better. I really like this one though. I'll save it. In fact, I'll save a bunch of them. Oops. Why? Give me. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh wait, I just want them to be flat. Maybe this one as well. More doors. Just to make sure we can have varied doors around the area. That one is really good as well. Wow, the stucco doors are really nice. Hey Nitro and .net, welcome to the stream, guys. What have I been up to? Not much. Not much. Just doing this this building for the facade of what's it called? The Mexican restaurant. So we're basically just trying stuff out, see what works. That's pretty nice. Although I would imagine that you would have to get something that looks like a door. You know, like a window that could double as a door. Like this, for example. This is like exactly what I'm looking for, in fact. Okay. Not a big fan of the fact that green goes on the arch as well. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this arch. Maybe we could look for something else. There's this. But I think we'll have a similar issue. Yeah. Maybe not then. This one could be a good one. No, hold on. 70, yeah. And then you take it all, you place it in a building group. There we go, and scale it all down. Of course. Of course, it will be a paint place. I have to rethink it a little bit. Something of the sort. Have that like scaled down all the way to 35, let's say. Something like that. Yeah, just to have a little bit of visual interest. Perhaps have this come all the way back to here. Hey Mushi, welcome to the stream. Didn't know we had that fence. I might use it. Yeah, it's from the parades pack. Oh yeah, the town looks good. it's not much, but it's pretty. It's definitely pretty. It's very colorful, which we haven't had since Alpenstadt over there. And even then, Alpenstadt is still pretty green. Over there is it's lush, but it's very urban, right? It's almost as urban as Fiskeskysten. When you think about it, Fiskeskysten is also a very urban environment, even though it's like obviously a dock, right? But yeah, makes me think of that a little bit. I was about to say to a larger scale, but I feel like the village will probably be the same size as Fiskeskysten. A little bit bigger even, yeah. Oh, it looks good, putting a ton of work. That is true. I don't know about a ton, but definitely some work. Have you really be adding vista points and event points? Yes, of course. In fact, if you go in the park, you can see people interact with views like these, for example, as you can see. And also, every interactive stuff that are near main paths, except, unfortunately, the golf, because the golf, for some reason, people will never interact with those. I don't know why, but it is what it is. And it's fine, I feel like it's something just for the player anyway. But another example is this little button that will trigger the exploding barrel. Basically the guests can interact with that. Oh, and same thing with the splash pad. The splash pad is something that the guests really like to interact with, even though that's new. But yeah. Hey Lindon and Pazlovich, welcome to the stream. Hey, and do you plan on how big an... Wait, what? Do you plan on how big an area is going to be, or does it change over time? I basically let it have a mind of its own. I don't really plan how big an area is going to be. I feel like it's... You can have an idea, that's for sure, but you never really know until you actually start making it, I feel like. So, I would say no. No amount of planning will ever replace doing the thing for real. I feel like this could be a door. Yeah, that works. I like that. How's it look from here? It's pretty nice, yeah. I definitely like that. Another one on that side. Hey Shane, welcome to the stream. Hey Anthony, welcome to the stream as well. Genuinely wish we could set between the in-game soundtracks. I never have it on, if I'm honest. I know it may seem like I have the actual in-game soundtrack on, but it's actually just Apple Music running in the background with my my stream playlist. I think I can improve that. I think we could make it smaller. Let's say 5% less. And it come down all the way to here. And then I need an awning, which if I'm not mistaken is around here. That's not the one I was looking for, but I feel like it could work. No, probably not. This is the one I'm looking for. And that one will work. Or will it? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Yeah, definitely. Wow, so many messages. That is why I have a slow mode, but I feel like it's not enough. Are you using a reference image or just going with the flow? A little bit of both. I'm using some references that I took from what Dave has done. But Dave is doing something much more Mediterranean, so I'm basically taking inspiration from that and changing it to make it more Mexican, like to essentially emulate a Mexican vibe from something that is architecturally close to what Dave has done. But it's mostly my stuff. Like it's essentially just a guideline to see what I could do, and then I definitely go with the flow. It was mostly for the shape of the buildings and also the decal work, because I'm really a big fan of what Dave does with decals. Man, Belleflore grew so much. Oh yeah, it has. Riches Park was real. I would 1000% visit. I kid you not. This was probably the top 3 parks IRL for me. That was the point. Not necessarily to be one of the best parks out there, but to make it a park that someone like me who grew up in northern France would have loved to be, well, growing alongside. I basically wanted to grow alongside a park like this, because the park, basically this area of Belleflore, this whole area, the first area, plus of course this, has opened in 1997, which is 3 years before I was born. What's my favorite building in the park? Please don't say the manor. I mean themed. I don't know, actually. I've never asked myself the question. I definitely like the lighthouse, but I took a lot of reference from what Jura has done. I really like the Fiskenzord as well, because it was really hard to do. I'm really proud of the way it looks, especially because it really hides that it is show building, which I love. Of course, even though you said not the manor and you know, something themed. But I really love those two. Those two are probably, to this day, my favorite buildings I've ever done. I really like the station of Bucking Bronco, but not necessarily because it's beautiful, mostly because it's a really complex build with like a ton of layers on top of one another. It's like a layered cake, essentially, with, you know, the little shop, the elevator, the exit, the entrance, the backside, multiple rooms, and multiple themed environment in general, which I really like. I also really like the diner. The diner is really nice. I like the contrast between the classic brick building on top and the very pop colors on the bottom, and also the inside is probably one of the best insides that I've ever done. I don't think there's a single build that I dislike in there, honestly. But yeah. No, so like this one, the temple, just because, you know, it's a temple. Temples are cool. And of course, how could I forget the building for the teacups? Well, teacups, the bailando, the flamenco dresses ride that we have here, the flat ride. This is a very special one as well. Yeah, the diner interior is interior is really giving Barbie vibes, which I love personally. Hey Pendintus, welcome to the stream. Pensinsus. Every time I forget the S, I'm sorry. Welcome to the stream though. You guys are going too fast. Got a new studios DLC and started building a new park. At the moment I've built the entrance, started the first two coasters. Vekoma SCC and Vekoma Boomerang, like in Trips Drilled. Awesome! Would you ever do a pop culture themed coaster even on your free time? I don't do Planet Coaster on my free time. It's work or nothing else. If I don't do content for Planet Coaster, I don't do it. It's not worth it. It's genuinely not worth it. It's taking too much time. But that being said, define pop culture themed coaster, because that is a very broad term. Sorry. I feel like we need something in the middle here. Let's go back in our windows. Could use that. That is huge. Trying to see if I can use the pattern. Anything in character, movie, music. So you mean an IP essentially, not pop culture? If so, no. I don't do IPs. First of all, because I have a YouTube channel and like copyright exists, so it's stupid. Let's not do that. If I can't like actually use the IP, why do it at all? But you will see me do my own IPs or the game's IPs, which is as close as you'll get to an IP, I guess. But if you're expecting something like, I don't know, an Avengers-themed coaster, nah, I'll never do that. With absolute certainty, I can tell you that I won't. Even though I would love to be able to do that, it's just not something that that would go well with for the channel at all, unfortunately. As much as I would love to. I would love to do my own Avengers campus, but I feel like that's not something that I can do, unfortunately. Hey Char Blinks, welcome to the stream. This is a cute little building. Park's looking great per usual again. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to visit this park myself once it's done. Still counting down. Prepare your PC. I've heard that it's starting to be a PC melter. How many coasters are left for Belleflore? If you count this one as being the station... sorry, I literally read what was there. As being in the park, sorry. Only one. Only the one. So we're really, really close to the end. It's only a matter of a few months, in my opinion. Hopefully before 2027. It's the funniest thing ever, because in my mind, oh yeah, I was going to be done by June, and look at me. June was basically 55% of the park, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That I can use a sort of base. You know, basically something like that would be nice. That is way too yellow. There we go. Before 2027, it's, in my opinion, for now at the very least, it's wishful thinking. Because there are like big stuff left to do. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Maybe the statue could be a little more forward, like so. So we can see the arms. Yeah, that's better. And then we can even use these upside down. And boom. Yeah, that's great. That's pretty cool. And you're inspiring me to continue a little tonight on my own build. I got a question though. I think you saw my Atlantis build. Got any tips or ideas on how I can fill up the area properly? I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I'm rubbish at giving tips for builds. Something that you have to realize when you ask for tips to anyone, not just me, by the way, is that no one will ever be as invested in your project as you are. So trust your own judgment, wait until you have ideas, and if you don't have any ideas, it's probably because you have to take a break from the project. But in general, do trust your own judgment with all this. Since you know what you're going for better than anyone, I would, in fact, go out on a limb and say that you do not need anyone's advice or tips. Just build, have fun. Which I know is easier said than done. But, am I wrong? Just bought a PC to play Planko 1 in 2017. Same machine is still doing its job and never had any problems. Lucky, I guess? Possibly, I don't know. I'm still fairly new to the PC space, so I do not know how long I've got with that PC. Hopefully at least the runtime of Planet Coaster 2. Ooh, I really like that pattern. That's a lot. This might be my favorite area of the park behind maybe Alpenstadt. Really? What? Actually, let's see. Can I do a poll? Let's see. What is your favorite area of Belleflore? Manor Grounds. Vapeur sur Rail. Alpenstadt. Fiskeschusten. Oh, I can't put more than 4. Oh, that sucks. That actually kind of sucks. Well, let's just do it in the chat then. Which one is your favorite, chat? Looks nice. I like that. Whoa. Nordic one, followed by the German, definitely this area, then the American one, and the one with Whiskersang and Alpenstadt. It is reversed chronological order, that's for sure. Alpenstadt! Wildwater, the camping, and then this one. You know that Wildwater is the summer camp and the town. Like, it's all of this. It's from the woody all the way to here. Basically, it's the park's biggest area. Use this. I think it's going to be easy breezy just after that. I'm trying things out. It's all about experimentation. Yeah, see? Pays off. Better to try something that you're not sure about than not doing anything at all. Yeah, the little building looks nice. I want some of those. Might be a little too low. That might be a little better, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And I could see like I could have like numbered buildings, right? Like number here, number there. Yeah, I feel like it could be done. Some clutter here. Yeah, I'm seeing the vision. I'm seeing the vision. Oh, and also I haven't said it during the... well, I effed up. It's fine. I haven't said it during this stream, but if you guys enjoyed the stream, remember to leave a like to make sure that other people can see the stream afterwards when the replay goes live. Yeah, we can try that. Let's do just one, and then we'll copy it over the other ones. Let's do 50. What year was Bucking Bronco made? 2015? Out of memory? Hold on, let's check. If you guys are not sure, by the way, you can always check the right description boards that I have near in the station somewhere. So yeah, it's 2015. See you, Shane. Thank you for joining in. Take care, my friend. Hey, nice to see you playing almost base game. Yeah, it's crazy to consider how far the game has gone since launch, and honestly, knowing a couple of people on the team really made me appreciate much more what those guys are doing at Frontier. Like, they're really passionate and really thoughtful about everything that we do. Like, they really care about what we say. And of course, they have limited resources, and they're a small team as well. So you have to keep that in mind when judging additions or things that are not fixed yet, and that kind of thing. Because, you know, some things take have more a higher priority than others. Things that you personally might care about, for example. But yeah, in general, they really do care, and they've been doing a fantastic job, I've got to say. Like, I've always thought that the game had amazing bones, but right now, I think complaining about the game is getting old, and nowadays it's like an amazing game. I can't remember who said that, but it is definitely a worthy successor to Planet Coaster 1 now, like a very well-made game. Spoiler, Sam, get in here? What do you mean? What's up about spoilers? It's crazy how bad my building skills are compared to yours. Well, don't compare. Don't compare. Do things according to your own level and grow from there. The only thing that you have to be is not me, or better than me, or close to being me. Just be better than yourself yesterday. And that's how, little by little, you'll be able to outdo yourself and do better and better builds as time goes on. Okay, that's better. Hey Malo, welcome to the stream. I don't know if you've seen it, but this upcoming park project has things that aren't related to the park. It's just beautiful media and enjoying every little moment, no matter how chaotic it could be. What are you talking about, Blue Jay? To explain, I'm making music for something that may or may not get used. Hey, speaking of making music, Blue Jay, would you be open to do some music, like in, say, 2 or 3 years' time for my last park project? On Planet Coaster 2, I should add. Not ever. Otherwise, that would be quite silly. That'd be a crazy collab. I'd be down, just let me know when. Of course, of course. I'll let you know when the time is right. Right now, it's definitely premature. Camtasia World comes first, as you know, but I've literally been working on, well, planning mostly on that final park since the game was announced. So it's been about 2 years now. It's been kind of crazy. But yeah, that one park I will definitely be starting to use custom media. I really want to... That's actually what I was talking about when I don't remember who, I'm sorry. But when someone asked about IPs and how I wanted to work with my own IPs, that's basically what I meant. I want to have my own IPs and develop them and make them their own thing, you know, make them something that can stand alone, that do not need to be real life things to exist, essentially. I really like this window. It's really pretty. By the way, the song that you're listening to right now, well, it's not really a song yet, but I am writing one, which will be either the opening for the Camtasia World series or the trailer. Possibly the trailer. Final? What do you mean final? What happens after the final park? Hopefully another game. Or something else, obviously. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. We're far from there. What I will say is that right now, my only park... That's not true. I technically have 3 right now. But one isn't mine. But my park projects, there are only 2. I could have more if the life cycle is not done by then. But there are only those 2 that I really want to do. Like, that I'm really, really passionate about and working on planning. kind of ruins it, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't, but seems empty. .5 weeks, I'm finally going on my Europa Park trip. You're very lucky. I would give so much to go back to Europa Park. Unfortunately, it's very pricey for me to go there. But being my favorite park in the world, I always love my time at Europa Park. It's genuinely such an amazing park that understands every single type of audience they can have. May it be kids, teenagers, families, adults, seniors as well. Like there is something for everyone at Europa Park, and I feel like that is the only park that I've visited that nails that. And not just that, but let's remember also the very pro-consumer practices. Like no fast pass, and instead everyone can get access to a fast pass, much like the old ways Disney used to do it. Without the ticket, of course. It's only through the app, it's only digital, it's actually called Virtual Line. Oh, I could have gone with that for the balcony. No. It's okay. Oh, that screams Mexican. Let's actually have it lying around as well. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is the one I used over there. Yeah, look at that. I used it for Fisk and Zord, and in that environment, it looks completely different. Do you remember what the first ever inverted coaster you rode was? Yes, it was Vampire at Wallaby, Belgium. Yeah. And I've got to be honest, I loved it and love it to this day. I'm an SLC lover. I've never had a problem with SLCs before. Where's the thing that I'm looking for? I can't find it. I think I used it here, though. There it is. Yeah, that'll look cool. Anyway, next week I'm doing both Futuroscope and Jardin d'Acclimatation. Great, that's great. Jardin d'Acclimatation, set your expectations right. I feel like Futuroscope as well. They're not parks for thrills. Jardin d'Acclimatation is very much for the vibes, and Futuroscope is very unique, is what I'll say. Which is not a dig at the park whatsoever. I definitely love what it's doing. I haven't been in a few years, actually. I would love to go back. But yeah, it's not my region of France, unfortunately, so I can't really visit that often. Oh no! It's okay, we can make it bigger. I think? Yeah, perfect. Bum, 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 bum. But it goes out the other way. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do it another way. Possibly with small town stuff. Wait, what is the... What did I use here? Oh, that's smart. Is it though? You live somewhat close in France? You have no idea where I am in France, but I am in actual northern France. People say that northern France is like what I would consider, well, the eastern part of France, you know, where Strasbourg and Metz are. That is not the north of France. A lot of people outside of France would consider it the north of France. Nah, I'm in like higher around Arras or Lille. So yeah, not the same part, and it's like 6 hours to get to Europa Park. It's double 3 hours. So it's very, very far away from me. Which is why I don't get to go as often. Otherwise, I would. Trims. Oh, what about... No, of course not. No, it's not gonna work. Or... I don't know, I'm trying... Experimentation, people. That's what you guys gotta do when you build. That's why no matter how much planning you've been doing for your park, you've always gotta do rather than think. Otherwise, you'll never try stupid things such as these, which might be nice gambles. For instance, this, which definitely looks great. I think it needs literally that. In fact, let me start from there. And it needs one more thing. Sorry, I've not been reading the chat. And have you ever been to any parks in the States? Yes, of course. I'm also sad because Dolly Parton died. Yeah. It is what it is. Unfortunately, we are starting to enter a time when people who are her age will unfortunately inevitably die, and people who are very, very revered and loved and who have become pillars of especially American culture in that sense. So yeah, it's oh, that's nice. That's a nice frame. I never considered that, but yeah, it is what it is. As far as the parks that I've done in the States, unfortunately, I have only done half a day at Six Flags Magic Mountain and half a day at Universal Hollywood. So that's all I've done on the West Coast. And on the East Coast, I've done all of the Disney parks and Islands of Adventure, as well as, of course, Universal Studios Orlando. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. How about icing? I feel like icing could work well. No. No, I'm not in that area of France. We do say pain au chocolat. I've never heard coupe au chocolat though. The big debate is chocolatine. That's a big debate. I've never heard cook au chocolat ever in my life. Okay, I didn't want to start anything like this. North of Paris. And can we all be done with it? Yes, good. But if you take like everything that is north of Paris, like if you draw a line from Paris or horizontally, which of course doesn't make sense on a sphere, but you get my meaning, on the map. If you consider everything that is north of that to be the north, it won't be the north. Especially with a country like ours, shaped like a... we call it the hexagon, essentially. So it's a five sides shape, I guess. A hexagon. What I call the north is the tippity top of the hexagon, which is where I live. That is the true north. In fact, it is called literally the north, or to be fair, the Hauts-de-France, the heights of France, which makes no sense because we're pretty flat. We have hills, that's about it. Then you have, I guess, northeast, which is around Metz and around where Nigloland and Welligator Grand Est are, essentially. And then you have northwest, which is where Normandy and all of that is. Possibly, technically, Futuroscope could be considered as part of that. Not quite sure, though. I think we need to make it 55, 60, 65. Yeah, 65 is nice. Okay. France is in Asia, right? Pure American geography right there. There we go. Does that look nice? Looks a little weird, but I think it works. Yeah, I know, just to get off of trying to narrow down your location. Wouldn't have wanted to start that. Well, I think it's since I've always been very open about the fact that I'm from northern France, like my region, Nord-Pas-de-Calais. I think we can at least say that, but since it is still, in my opinion at the very least, quite a big region with a lot of cities and villages and all that, I think it's fine. I think it's okay. I'm very aware of when I'm about to dox myself. Don't worry, is what I'm saying. Like, don't worry, I'm keeping myself safe. Oops, sorry, that's not what I meant to do. And yeah, we need a little bit of this as well. If you're fine with it, fair play. Just didn't want to overstep in any way. Of course, no worries. If I hadn't been, I would have told you otherwise. Don't worry. I'm usually, I mean, you know me by now. I'm a pretty honest person, and I don't really mince my words. If that's something that you can say in English. But I appreciate you for trying to keep me safe. I could swim south and eventually get to your house. I don't think so. I'm not by the sea. I'm more inland, near Belgium, I would say. Not that near, but like I'm closer to Belgium than I am of the sea. Hey, look at that. It's looking great. Those might be a little low. Right? What if I just completely remove them? Oh, yeah. No, it looks better that way, doesn't it? Like, actually, I don't know. What do you guys think? If I look at the building right now, would you rather see this or that? I don't know, I'm in two minds about it. I'll leave it until you guys can answer me, of course. What did I put down here? Not much. Not much at all. I could put some of those. Possibly the painted ones? Without? Yeah, I figured. There we go. Thank you, guys. I mean, you're right. It's less repetitive. We already have those over there. What if I made it green? Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, I thought about the arches, but it didn't look all that great, I think. Or, hold on, I'll place those and I'll have another stab at something. It's so hard to align. Told you. Nah, that'll be it. That's okay. There we go. Yeah, that has a little bit of weight. I like that. And let's do exactly that, but smaller for the balconies. Let's say 75, is that small enough? Yeah, yeah, it's fine. Just looked at Lance as an example, and it is even more. I'm stupid for underestimating France size. Yeah, it's a massive country. Like, there's about 1,000 kilometers from north to south, I think. It's like a 10-hour drive. We used to do that to go to my grandparents when I was a teen. Looks great. I like it. It's great because it's a flat building that doesn't look flat, and I like that. Because, in essence, it's a very boring building. I've totally forgotten to update those. Let's see. It's technically in Eurasia, so you're not wrong, I guess. Go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Then I want one of these. Okay, and then I need to copy these as well. Let's make this a building group that we can copy pretty easily. Is that about right? No, maybe not. That is. Yeah, that's great. And so my idea, instead of trying archways, which of course I'm not going to be able to do like that, is to make those that color. Not exactly that, hold on. Just need to find the right shade. Which is about that. There we go. And now I think we've got it. Oh my goodness. Big stretch. We could put some icing on there, yeah. Icing. Let's see what kind of icing we can put. Possibly that. Yeah. Yeah. Hey Coaster Eyes, welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, it's definitely why you thought it was kind of close. Boom. That's pretty nice. And then maybe one of these. Like small, very, very small, like 25% small, for example. Yeah, that works well. Set this to a building group and copy them over on every single window. Okay, and here we are. There we go. I'm leaving this wall blank just because I don't really know what I'll be doing with the other facade yet. Let's put our those. Let's put those from here to make sure it's well blocked, lighting wise. And boom, and do the exact same with that side. There we go. And voila, I think. Bit of lighting to do, but that's pretty much it. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Hello, I really love your park, but I also love Wilderness Springs. And you are posting more single rides than he does. So you don't have to, but if you can you add Grizzly World to the workshop? I have no idea what you're talking about. What is Grizzly World? It's not something I've made, that's for sure. The question is it possible to turn full lights off? I don't think so, no. Hello, Fairy Tale Love. I saw you followed my Instagram today. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's fine. It's great. It is great. Lighting. Lighting. I love how hard this this Viking music is going. I mean the Planko OST. I say it every stream, but such bangers. All right, let's see. Ooh. All right, so I don't think this is needed. I might need one here, though. Honestly, I'm not even sure. No, I do. Just for the statue at the very least. There we go. Yeah, that works. That works pretty well. And let's put one of these right here. I'm gonna put it like right there, I think. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-bum. Yeah, that works well. Hello, Yan. Yeah, I followed the channel since a long time ago. I just saw you have an Instagram today. Yeah, a lot of people are discovering the Instagram, which I really, really enjoy, because Instagram to me is starting to become an alternate place where I can do content in different ways, and especially if you want to know what I do in parks. When I am in parks, it's rare, but and that kind of things. It's definitely the place to go, and I feel like the short content is better watched on Instagram than it is on YouTube. I don't really like how YouTube pushes shorts. They're like somewhat TikTok-y. I mean, technically they are on Instagram too, but I feel like the way you can look at posts and shorts at the same time on Instagram is a little bit better, so I enjoy Instagram in that regard. Oh, sorry. Like the world with the bear where the rafting is in Ukraine. Oh, the world as in the area. Oh, okay. It's already on the workshop as with the whole park file. In fact, this jungle area is already on the workshop as well. If you want to download that. If you're on console though, that won't be possible. And you'll have to follow the park through the series and the live streams. It is how it is. I don't make the game, unfortunately, and unfortunately making console versions of every single area is way too time consuming and energy that I don't want to spend. I want to finish the park and that'll be it. Nice work on those facades. Love the detailing with the festive pieces. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's basically where it really isn't your thing, Dave. I feel like, yeah, of course you're not going to see that in a Mediterranean build, especially. I would say it's mostly Italian what you've been doing in what would you call it? Dave Ropa Park, something like that. I think that's the name, right? But yeah, it fits really, really well on those buildings, on those Mexican style buildings. Not everywhere, but on the more on the fancier buildings, essentially, it definitely works. Like the Mercado entrance right here, and I don't know what that would be, but this building as well. This is more like a residential building, I feel like. No, I'm on PC. Well, you're in luck. The share code for this, for the episode 11 version of the park is in the description. If you want to tour everything until the jungle, of course. What I'm doing right now will be updated once episode 12 comes out. Basically, I update the park file every time there is an episode. I wish one could disable shorts on YouTube. MFers can't even do it on the paid version. I just click hide. The same TikTok or any of that crap. Don't get me wrong, I kind of like short content when it's well done, that is. I don't like dumb things, essentially, but for example, in the Planet Coaster, I feel like in the Planet Coaster sphere, shorts are not used at all. I feel like I'm the only one doing shorts. But in other games that I follow, for example, these days I play a lot of Call of Duty Zombies. And I don't know if you guys ever played Call of Duty Zombies, but if you need a guide for, I don't know, to do a main quest or that kind of thing, because the steps are hidden in the map, essentially. Long format videos 10 years ago was the only format that you could use for those. Whereas now, basically having a recap in short format, I feel like is really, really great. Yeah, of course, that's not why you're on YouTube. That's not why I'm on YouTube either. But I feel like it's still a place for short videos. I feel like if you're a content creator doing only shorts on YouTube, it's not great, and it's not a great look as well. But doing long format, hell, even live streaming, then yeah, I feel like that's the place to be. And yes, live streaming, there's Twitch. I don't do Twitch. I like to have everything centralized. That way, that's mostly because I'm lazy, and I feel like my audience can be lazy in turn, thanks to my laziness. So, yeah. What time is it? Oh, we've been going for exactly 3 hours. Well, that's great. That's great. Alright, well, I think I will leave you guys for now. I'm just looking at the... No, actually, let's do one more thing. Let's do one more thing. Decal work. Because the building is not nearly ruined enough, despite it having been in an earthquake. When Discord available on YouTube? What are you asking, Ozna? I'm not sure. Decal. Right, let's copy that color first. I love that track so much. It's so relaxing. I'm probably gonna use it again in the for the hotel. There we go. To get that, I just wish there was an option. So to premium at least there. Personally not interested in these shorts. I want YouTube to be YouTube and not TikTok, IG, etc. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's basically old man yells at a cloud. It's definitely giving that behavior for sure. But I do get where you're coming from. Unfortunately, I don't ever see you getting the option to do that. Because, you know, that's what they have to do for staying competitive. Unfortunately, it's ruining attention spans for everyone, I think. It is what it is. Best we can do is trying to avoid it ourselves. Which, it's really hard to do. Especially when it's, like, so in your face. Let's, hold on. Let's finish the stream strong. With the final song, I mean. You guys ready? It's gotta be time. There we go. Probably need one of these. There we go, that's a little more ruined. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, it's a nice little building. It's great. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy that? Let's try it on the ground. Yeah, it's looking great. Hello, you. Welcome, Geekism. Welcome, John T. Unfortunately, you're catching me at the very, very end of the stream, but nice to see you, man. I especially really like the reveal sequence from like right here. Let me remove the HUD real quick. Oops. Like this ramp essentially is like such a perfect transition between, well, this, because you're literally greeted with that panorama with the lift hill and the temple in the distance. And of course the ruinas de splash, the splash pad that we have right here. And right here is our little village. And of course, you're being escorted towards the plaza that will be right here in hopefully at least a couple weeks time, if not shorter than that. We'll see. We'll see. Since I'm not doing a lot of work these days because of a lot of real life stuff, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it. Oh no, needed some sexy Planko builds after looking at RCT Wonderworks. Jeez, yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. That's your dose of Planko builds. It's pretty nice. I especially like the teacups. I don't think you've seen the teacups yet, Chauncey. Actually, I can't go there. But there it is. Beautiful, beautiful. And they're like flamenco dresses as well. They're really great. I really like that. And of course we've got a little accessible elevator right here to go to the upper floor of that area. But yeah, that area is really taking shape. It's gonna be even better with the next facade that I'm going to do here, which is probably going to be the biggest. I think it is, yeah. I think it's gonna be the biggest with some of the outside seating and all that. I really want some festival kind of vibe going here, you know, with some of those essentially all over the place, and of course multiple tables. Like I basically want to make this this village feel extremely lived in, even though of course the guest will never use my tables. I just want this to feel like a proper investment in the park, like a proper big restaurant, which it'll eventually become. But guys, thank you so much for watching this stream. Once again, if you've enjoyed it, do leave a like and possibly a comment as well. It always helps. Give the streams, or at least the replays in that case, to other people, and every time it feels like new people will join. So yeah, I'm really happy about that, and yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. You've been awesome as always, and I'll see you guys on Saturday for the final stream of August. Bye guys. No, sorry, not bye. Bye.